Hello guys, mbote na bino bozala le bienvenir na podcast na ngai ya sika oyo eza kombo Soft Girl Strong Mind. Ça veut dire mwasi ya pete pete, mwasi ya lux na mutu makasi. Nalobi teti te na bi mutu makasi. Soyez le bienvenu. Et lelo eza épisode na biso ya liboso e tokobeta masolo ya kovivre yo moko na mbala liboso, which is living alone for the first time, and we're gonna talk about the things that nobody tells you. Makambo mutu no na betela ote o babombaka o ba influencer to mona ka via boy babombaka awa to kwa yango. Alors, ce que vous intéressé, on se voit dans la vidéo. It sounds so excited at first, but it's not always that easy. We're gonna discuss about the things that nobody tells you about. Makombo batu babetela yo te concernant kovanda yo moko, surtout na poto yaya. Na UK kaka te koza na Angleterre ou bien na France. Boni to planaka o tolonga na ndako ya baparent, tolonga na ndako, tokóma na ndako na biso moko, tokanisa toujours ke nde nabimi boye nakozala na freedom na nga, nakozala na freedom na nga, naozala libre ya kosala tout ce que je veux. Mais on te dit pas, c'est plus que ça. C'est pas seulement la décoration, la freedom ou bien peace of mind, indépendance, papa. C'est plus que ça. Et dans cette vidéo, on va parler de tout ça. Première chose, quand on a la bima, nanda ko ba parents, on peut dire, ngana mutu na ngeza kika so na bimi bwe, na sa nyos na lingi, na za nanda na zonga nanda ku nyos na lingi, na ko décorer na ndenge na linga na notala ka ba phénomène wana. Mais yaya, ezalaki plus que ça. Ezalaki plus que ça. Na décorer ndako na nga na ndenge na nga comme je veux, j'achète tout ce que je veux. Les bonnes choses que na lamuki na nga pele, on lata na nga te no tambola na nga nde na lingi. I'm just gonna walk around the house however I want it. And I did it. I did all those things. But there was more than that. And I wish somebody would have told me about. I really wish somebody would have told me about. Ebi ke premier jour na longa ndako ba parents. Na lamuka na tongo ya na cha musique, na tambola vrai mutasho, na profita. I was just like, you know what? There's no one that's gonna tell me dress up, vanda bien salabo, na panza pa makolo epon. Na zalaki confortable, na meli na bidon, na meli miliki na bidon, like I was just acting crazy, man. Until I realized there was no one to cook for me. I actually read this somewhere, you know. I read this somewhere. I read somewhere on Twitter that says that living alone is funny until you realize that nobody's gonna cook for you. Eza vrai, toza vraiment indépendant. Eza ka indépendance te ya kobima na ndenge olingi. Mais eza aussi na sens ke nzala ebeti yo, famille ebeti yo. Oki pena posa ograye, mais otali frigo rien. Mutu akokuna yo aza te. There's not gonna be no one to cook for you, girl. Like, ou bien take away, ou bien ozwi mutu alambela, ou bien literally you pay for somebody to cook for you, or you beg a friend. There's no one to cook for you, unfortunately. There's no one to cook for you. You're gonna have to cook yourself. You know that excitement, yeah, like you moved into your new place and you're like, you know what? I want the walls to be red on this side, pink on this side, yellow on this side. Like literally, you make it however you want, which is good. Literally, this was one of my favorite part. The way I made my house, the way I want it, and the fact that I could wake up at any time. If that day I'm meant to sleep all throughout, nakolala mpenza journée mobimba nakoza na moto aoyebisanga te olali retard olamuki retard literally nacheka phone na nga na non disturb nalali baparti préféré na nga yango wana. I would just sleep. I'll do whatever I want. Nakotambola na ndako mutasho. The only thing I have to worry about is the neighbor seeing me. As long as they can't see me, I'm doing it. Literally, it was good. I could come back home anytime I want. No explanation to nobody. Nazong na happen and 0h minuit anytime I wanted. That was the freedom, the decoration, the freedom, and the peace. Maybe can just na London. Sorry, yeah. And then I'm with my sister and the kids. Makelele. She did that. Auntie Joyce, Auntie Joyce. But whenever I'm in my house, I'm on my comfort zone. Nana peace moko. Nana mutok tungi sangate. I don't have anyone calling Auntie Joyce. I want ice cream. I didn't have that. Just me, my phone. And if I don't want my phone, I turn it off and sleep, watch TV. A lot to do, girl. Honestly, that was the good part about living alone. Now let's talk about the hard side. Now let's talk about the hard side. Loneliness, number one. Chores, number two. The noise at night. Yes, noises at night. Unfortunately for me, I'm a bit paranoid. I've always I've always heard voices when I'm alone in the house. Ngala koba la nga mo bwe na butu na komo yo kaba lokwa but bo solo la let me just like in doki so ba you don't know but I could hear voices at night, man. It's like any small noise, even if something fell off the kitchen in the kitchen, I'm gonna think there's somebody coming to get me. I'm gonna lock myself in the room. I'm gonna lock myself and I'm gonna just have my Bible like, God protect me. I don't have anyone to run. In the first days, yeah, I didn't close my door. Yes, I didn't close my door. My door was wide open because I didn't lock it. I was just like, what if I have to run? Look for the keys, unlock the door, they'll catch me. So I didn't lock my door at all. So yeah, girl. Let's talk about the bills. There is no one to do 50-50 with you. You don't have the assurance of eh ndị na-abụ na ana na mbongo te mwa na futa te bien mwa na futa nambu literally 100% on you, which means soko sali te okolia te okofuta bill te to be so soft girl oil. We want to be soft, you want to go out, you want to flex with your friend. Girl, if you don't work, you won't do it. And you can't just choose flexing without paying your bills. Soft girl, strong mind doesn't mean don't pay your bills, girl. Literally. Nobody tells you about bills. When I first moved out, I was working in agency. First, I was working Manchester United. It was weekly pay, but it wasn't a full-time job. It was like occasionally, I'm there, I'm not there. It was occasionally. And when I decided to leave that because of me moving out. I wouldn't have enough money to cover my bills, so I got agency work. I was working my butt off. Na sali come CV nange bandako depend nango, which it was because if I don't pay my bills, I'm gonna be homeless. But still, I worked, and then I think I was getting about 500 to 600 in a week. And whenever I get that money, I'm meant to budget for my food, transport, enjoyment, and bills. And I would literally forget about it. I would forget about it. I'd be like, you know what? Next week I will budget more for the bills. Let me enjoy myself with this. Next week I'll do better. I actually saw some tweets, yeah, saying living alone is so crazy. You go back home, shower, eat, use your phone, and stay silent until the next day so you can talk to someone at work. That's real. That's literally real. Oh my god, that's so real. Another one said, living alone is funny. I haven't said a word since. Yes. I have to wait until I go to work or someone calls me or I call someone in order to say something. There's no one to just spontaneously just tell me, oh, Bonnie, nothing. You're moko. Hey, living alone is understanding you can defrost meat at 5 p.m. and cook at 10:30 p.m. Oh my god. Living alone is great until you realize you haven't spoken in 3 days. For somebody like me who really likes to talk, that's a lot. That's eternity. That's depression. That's depression. The only bad thing about living alone is thinking about what to cook for lunch and dinner. Girl, I don't do lunch and dinner. I don't even do breakfast. I do one meal and snacks. Can't be cooking 3 times a day, man. Another one say, kovanda yo moko mpe ezalaka bien neti boye navandi na nga mutasho na salo. The thing is, yeah, kovanda yo moko, living alone eza na baresponsabilité ebele, eza na bahaut eza mpe na baba, mais le most important eza ke ozala responsable enough oyeba kobalance work life balance, because trust me, it actually gets lonely. It gets so lonely that ovandi yo moko poleli yango bato ebele badevelopaka badepression, badevelopaka a lot of condition literally just because you're alone. And it's not the end of the world, it might have its own downside, but trust me, yana mabe te. Silence bien sûr, loneliness bien sûr, but it's not that bad. You just have to learn how to be responsible, and I think like living alone kind of helps you grow mentally. It helps you grow mentally, emotionally, because we can't just leave our happiness in the hands of people. And that's one thing that living alone teaches you, that you don't really depend on people to be happy, because in some days you might not talk to anybody on the phone, mais okosala ba activité mo na ndako ke you're actually happy, listening to music. Like I would play my music and dance, watch my movie, eat popcorn, like literally it helps you grow mentally. It also makes you mentally independent. Maybe that's why I said it right, but it kind of makes you realize nanga moko, yes, but I'm happy. That's one of the things that I learned, and it took me a while. It took me years to actually get to that conclusion. But I feel like I'm finally in the stage of my life that I can say, you know what, I'm fine. Especially be so that most of my family are out of the country. I only have few around, and we barely see each other. But I feel like with time you actually learn and you grow. It's not that bad. You just have to be responsible. You just have to be responsible. And a lot of people think that, oh, living alone means mwana so abimi libanda. Oh, ils apprennent à parents na biso. Respectfully, avec tout le respect que je vous dois, kovanda libanda biso moko elakisi te ke tobimi tobebi, parce que y a beaucoup ndeti babiso oyo tovanda biso moko ça fait des années, mais eza te kendakendaka kaka boîte na travaillaka dur. Kovanda yo moko elakisi te ke obebi. Eloko esalaka makambo eza education. It depends on the education that tozala nango. Education na yo, limite na yo oyebi, ndeti nayebi balimite na nga, nayebi contrôle na nga, nayebi ke nabimi na nga nakobima na nga nake mpe club, oui, mais nayebi combien how much I can drink. Nayebi nana ba limite, nana nga na moto akontrole nga te, mais nana ba limite. Alors those are the things that we take from home, parce que most of my life lesson nayekolango pa moto te, nayekolango pa mama na nga. And my mom azala te déjà ça fait 12 ans. My mom is late, but it's been 12 years since my mom is late. But most of my life lesson I learned with her, with the little time I spent with her. So it's not always about living alone means you're spoiled, you're gonna be going out a lot, you're gonna start drinking, using drugs. No, a lot of us are very good girls and boys too, some boys. But yeah, you learn to enjoy your own company. You really learn to just look at yourself and be like, "Ooh, I'm cute." Like you're literally laughing with yourself, like, "Ooh, I'm cute." Like I got it. Like you talk to yourself a lot. And there's a lot of things you can do to actually ease the stress. If you're the kind of person that really likes to read, mama, read your Bible. There's no one stopping you. Read your Bible, get your books, do your podcast like me, get something to do by yourself. Things that you don't really need people, or you don't like, things that make you happy. Do your makeup and take it off. You don't always need everyone around. Of course, it's a blessing having people, but definitely learn how to live by yourself. Yekola kovanda yo moko, ezala responsable. Na repetango na beta c'était zala responsable. Kovivre yo moko eza ekola vie. Eza place moko o comprendre discipline, o comprendre kozala calme, oko comprendre love, oko comprendre confiance. Like those are a lot of things that you're gonna learn by living alone. Eza discipline, eza ekola vie. And if I was still in my parents' house, or I had my parents' house, I would have still moved out, I would have still moved out and just learn everything I learned. Because as soon as I got to my husband's house, naza confiant ke nayebi how to take care of myself. You need to know how to take care of yourself before you take care of other people. you really need to know how to take care of yourself before you take care of somebody else. So I would have definitely moved out if I was in my parents' house. I would have definitely moved out. Someone said, living alone is how you meet yourself. And I love that because it's so true. Living alone, you're gonna find out the things that you really like by yourself. Things I don't know. You might be in your parents' house and you never really explore that thing. You never really dipped into that because sometimes you didn't have enough privacy. But living alone, you're gonna talk to yourself a lot. You're gonna find out what you like a lot. Like I know exactly what Joyce likes. I know that in order for me to be happy after a depressive day, I just need to go on my shopping apps, shop, order my food, eat, sleep. That's all Joyce needs. Go to the shops, buy, spend money. You learn how to be a soft girl by yourself. Most of the time, you have more chances of doing that when you're out than in the parents' house because ba mère na biso bazalaka makasi So conclusion na biso eza ke living alone eza nango mabe te, kovanda yo moko eza nango mabe te. Donc oyebi kozala responsable, oyebi balimite na yo, oyebi ke te kovanda nga moko ça veut pas dire ke nasala boye nasala boye nasala boye. Wana balimite wa responsable de soi-même. So it's not a bad thing. You can still live alone, be a soft girl with a strong mind. So yeah. So we got to the end of our episode. Thank you so much. Merci mingi pona ba oyo ba komiti na suka episode na biso. Et comme eza premier épisode na nga, thank you so much for your support, for your love, for encouragement. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe yourself to our channel. And please follow me on TikTok, Instagram as well. Thank you so much. Have a good day, y'all.